Should we do the intro now?
Yeah.
Is it my turn? I think.
Sure.
Okay. Let's say yes.
Yeah.
Hi. You're listening to Strumpet Radio Hour, the podcast for strumpets, trollops, and tarts worldwide. I'm Susie.
And I'm Bean.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You're doing your absolute best, and you're killing it.
Yeah. Stay tuned to hear what our best really looks like.
And for a great business opportunity.
And a great business opportunity and some thoughts on friendship. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but it's real.
It's real.
Did that work?
Okay.
I don't know, guys.
Guys.
Yep, guys.
We finally hired a producer.
Yeah, we did. Are we paying him?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we hired a producer
Yeah. That we don't pay him.
that we don't pay.
Like all things podcast related, you don't pay anyone.
No one gets paid. In fact, we all pay to be a part of this
We do.
opportunity.
That's pathetic, and I love it.
It's not. It's called having hobbies.
I know.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
People pay like bazillions on their, boating hobby.
No, that's true.
All right?
That's true. Like, what's more cringe than boating?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing's cringier than boating.
My dad had a friend who, back in college, instead of like paying for housing, he like bought a boat and like a dock space for the boat and like lived on the boat.
Was that like financially the same?
At the time, it was cheaper. I think he got the boat used or something. I don't know. I always thought that was kind of genius, but then
It is.
having to live on a boat.
Then you
I
do
don't
have to
know.
live on a boat,
It's
which
like-
has other issues, I guess.
It's not. It doesn't feel that different from like living in a van,
No, I think it's
Yeah.
the same. I think it's the
Yeah.
same concept. Yeah, it's like van life, but boat life.
but
and
it can sink.
it can sink, and like you can go less places.
Yeah, you can't take it anywhere. You can take it to any shore.
Any shore.
Yeah,
Any
maybe you
shore.
can go more places. Really,
You could see the world.
take the boat across the Atlantic.
Yeah. You should do that.
Go boating.
Yeah, like you should get a boat and then sail the world.
Yeah. What if I was like, Susie, I'm gonna go on a solo, boating trip across the Atlantic Ocean.
I would be surprised but not shocked.
You'd be like, have you boated before? I'm like, no, but I've read a lot of
You're like, yeah.
forums
Yes.
about it. So
You went on Reddit, you went on YouTube, like you got it.
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought some ebooks. We're good.
You're good.
That would be fun. That'd be a fun way to go. Is like missing on a mysterious boating trip.
Oh
Like
my
obviously, I just like sank
Right. That's
because what else would happen?
but it's ocean mysteries are fun.
Ocean mysteries are
love
fun.
Ocean mysteries.
and that's how you get remembered.
That's Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda. I'm going to the Bermuda Triangle. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, you're like, Susie, I'm gonna leave on a journey. I'm gonna go see what's out there in the Bermuda Triangle.
I heard Amelia Earhart's out there.
She's
still alive.
She's still alive. She wasn't eaten by crabs.
No, crabs. I remember reading. Pardon me. That they found a lipstick tube on like an
Oh
island.
yes, yes.
So she probably was eaten by crabs.
That's what I heard at some point. I think it was a TikTok. So there's no reputable source for it, but like
Crabgate.
crabs,
Yeah.
like they're crabs that eat people. I mean, not like alive, but like if they
That would be horrifying. Death by crab. Horde. Death
Crab
by horde of
horde.
crabs.
Top 10 fears #1: crab horde.
Crab horde.
No, would you like what's worse, getting eaten alive by a horde of crabs or like being buried alive, like in a coffin underground?
I think being eaten alive by anything is worse. Because, being buried alive is scary, but it's not, like, excruciatingly painful.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually torn.
Getting torn apart by crabs?
I guess I just feel like it would be a quicker death. And, like, for
Maybe.
me, having to be aware that I'm dying underground, like, not, like, dying in a hospital, but I'm, like, dying underground. I'm, like,
No, it's true. You spend... Because it takes a couple hours at least to run out of oxygen, so you're just, like... It'd be so boring.
It would be... Yeah, literally. I'm,
You're
like,
fuck,
I gotta sit with my own thoughts for the last 5 hours of my life.
damn it.
Fuck.
It's like, I guess I'll sing some songs. I don't know what else to do. Well.
Yeah, like, I guess, like, the crabs serve as a distraction as you're dying.
Yeah, you get to... I'm gonna go with neither. That's my choice. I would like to die.
Yeah, I would rather kill myself.
I would rather go missing in the ocean.
In the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we watched that fucking movie.
Open Water.
Open Water? What the hell?
That was like crazy, but also boring.
It was really boring.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a good enough movie.
Yes.
So it was like funny for most of the movie.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of sad and boring.
Oh. Yeah, for the listeners / viewers now.
Yeah.
We are
hi.
a podcast production.
Hello.
Open Water is a very low budget film made in the early 2000s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With a Pretty Little Liars star.
Yeah. Yes, one of the stars made an appearance in Pretty Little Liars. It's incredible, but it's based off a true story of 2 scuba divers that got left behind on
in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, in the middle of the ocean on like a scuba excursion. Which is terrifying. Like, it's a terrifying concept, because then they were just left there, and for a stupid reason too. It was just like
they just like miscounted.
Planning. Yeah, miscounting. Bad at math.
Because they'd count everyone who got back on the boat so that they knew everyone was on the boat before they left.
Yes.
And then they just miscounted and left.
They just miscounted.
Which is nuts, because why wouldn't you just do fucking roll call? There were only like 20 people.
There was not
it wasn't
that many
like
people.
A crowded like cruise ship.
Right.
Or
a cruise ship, I can understand.
Yeah. No, it was a little boat. 20 people.
Boat.
Call some names.
Hey, is Janice here?
Janice here? No.
All right.
Well.
But yeah. Anyways, they were like stuck in the ocean. They were just like treading water, and then they die.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's this movie where at first you're like, oh, this is kind of wacky, and then at some point you're like, oh man.
Well, it was nuts. I think what I remember most from that movie is that, because it's like a couple, and in one of the earliest scenes, the woman is just like fully nude.
They just had a nude scene.
And I was like, okay, that feels exploitative, but maybe they're like doing this now because at some point they're going to get nude.
Yeah.
In the like survival situation,
right.
and
so
they don't
like
want it to be
preparing
shocking.
You for
no.
nudity. But
no,
that's
it was
not
just
what
a
happened.
random fully nude.
That's not what happened.
Which I just feel bad for the actress. Sorry, Alfie.
Maybe if you move the pillow, I think he's trying to find a spot.
Oh God. Oh Lord.
There you go.
Hey, buddy.
He's trying to join the podcast.
Yeah, he deserves to be involved. I just feel bad for the actress, because I imagine getting booked for this like shitty movie, and they're like, you do need to be fully
You
nude.
do need to take off all.
It is
clothes.
necessary for the production of this film.
Yeah. No, I mean that's what was crazy, and like the couple was like really unlikable as a couple.
Oh yeah, they had no chemistry.
None.
And they just like kind of argued about everything.
Yeah, and he was like a dick to her.
Yeah, and she was just like really aloof. It was weird, and because it was based on a real couple who didn't survive.
I mean, it's like very OG like true crime exploitation.
Yes, and they're like, let's just make them look like they have a bad marriage.
Yeah,
it's like why it didn't come up.
It
wasn't relevant.
Weird. Yes, and on top of that, if you're making a movie, you kind of want the main people to be like you want people to have sympathy for
especially if they're gonna die.
It's very weird choice.
Oh, that's the other thing about it. It's like Ted Bundy movies where you know what happens.
Yeah,
like there's no mystery. Yeah. So the whole time I'm just watching and I'm like, okay, they're gonna drown. They're gonna die. So
at
like
what is the lead up to this?
But it's just gonna take us an hour and a half to get there. So yeah, that was really cool. So a good movie.
The great film. You should go watch it.
Great film. Go watch Open Water, and then go watch
Pretty Little Liars, Season 1, Episode 17. The new
and then
normal.
The guy appears.
He shows up, and you're like, "Whoa,
that's the guy!
He survived.
He made it. He swam to shore.
He made it. And now he's like a bank scammer
for
Hannah's mom or something. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
both productions are fantastic.
Yeah, highly recommend. So that's
the
the tea on Open Water.
I will say, if we're turning into like a movie, film / TV review, Pretty Little Liars Original Sin.
Oh my God,
fantastic! Go watch that.
Actually, like I can't say actually good,
No.
But I was never bored.
Entertaining for sure.
And it went way harder than Pretty Little Liars. Like, there's fucking gore.
There's gore. There's
it's dark.
You know, trigger warning, sexual assault.
That was their
There's a lot
only
of
plot
that.
device. Their only plot
They're
device.
like, what are bad things to happen to women?
Oh, sexual assault.
Right.
Yes,
That.
yes. And they had, like, every man was a predator, except
Every
for,
single
like, 2.
Yeah, there were 2, which, you know, I gotta say that's pretty realistic.
Pretty realistic horror. Okay. And then you have our favorite character, Tabitha, whose only personality is that she likes movies and that she was assaulted.
Yes.
Which is pretty great.
That is a
character
fantastic
writing.
character.
Yeah.
I love her. I love that they did that for that actress.
Yeah. Yeah. All those poor actresses, honestly.
But it is an enjoy, like, if you liked Pretty Little Liars in
Yes.
the way that I think it's meant to be enjoyed, which is that it's not that good, but it's, like, still entertaining.
Yeah.
Pretty Little Liars Original Sin takes it to the next level.
And it's short and it's
Yeah.
Halloween-y.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
There might be a season. It did get confirmed for season 2, right?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, I don't know.
Brendan probably knows.
Brendan? Never mind. He's playing Breath of the Wild.
It's okay. You don't have to worry. Don't worry about it.
You're doing great.
Thanks, Brendan.
Thanks, Brendan.
Brendan? Never
Brendan?
mind.
Brendan, pull that up.
That was great.
Yeah.
Review time.
Yeah, movie review, media review. Do we need to talk about any business?
Not real. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Cool. I have a lucrative business opportunity.
Okay, let's go.
So I came up with this idea. I think it's already an existing scam
Okay.
of some sort, so put that out of your mind.
Okay. It's gone.
I call it the redistribution lottery.
Okay.
So you buy a year subscription
Okay.
for $12.
Okay.
And then every month somebody who's subscribed is picked randomly and they get $1 from all of the subscription fees. So you get 1 million people to sign up, you make a new millionaire every month.
Oh my god.
That's it.
I love that.
Thank you.
It-
Yeah.
How, like, what are you using to do this?
What do you mean?
I guess, like, what platform, like, how are you getting subscribers?
Oh,
How
yeah,
are
yeah,
you,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what-
Probably
that?
Patreon.
That seems legitimate. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems legit.
Okay.
And the cool thing is you can make yourself the winner. Or you can make fake winners.
That's the move. I
Yeah,
think.
announce them, be like, this person won, whoa, but really you're just pocketing
You're just
all of the
pocketing it.
subscription.
Because I think that's what happens. With
No, for
anything
sure.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's like the lottery. Who's winning the lottery?
I don't know.
Anyone?
Okay, I wonder that.
Yeah.
I'm like, are people really winning the lottery?
Yeah, because, you know, and you hear time and time again about how people that win the lottery, of course, have to pay a bunch of taxes.
Yeah.
And then usually it's people that unfortunately don't have the financial education to, like, handle getting that much money.
No. And they're also, like, immediately targeted by every
Person in their
scam
life.
artist in the
Yeah.
book. Yeah.
Right. So it's like you hear that, but also, yeah, how many people have won the lottery?
I don't know anyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I've never met anyone that's won the lottery.
Yeah, like, how hard is it to, do a news story on this, like, single mother who won the lottery?
Yeah.
And then it's like, ooh. Did any of you remember her name? No.
So maybe that's the real scam.
I don't know. Yeah, the lottery's nuts. I remember in Texas, it was so wild because the Texas lottery, like, funded education. Like, some of the money
That's
went to
amazing.
public education.
That's what we're missing.
Which I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, I guess that's good, but it's kind of like, do we need the lottery to do this?
That's what it takes in the
That's
US.
what you gotta.
We should use the lottery to fund universal health care.
Yeah, why not?
Like, if you can get people to buy into this idea that, they're spending money on something that goes directly towards them rather than they're putting money towards something that benefits everyone, they're
Right.
they're motivated to do it.
Yeah, that's the key. You gotta get some. I'm sorry.
That is okay.
I had a cold earlier this week. You gotta get people to believe there's something in it for them, and saying like, "Oh, you'll never go bankrupt from medical bills" isn't enough.
That's not enough.
Yeah,
Because they're built different. They're never gonna get sick.
they won't. They'll never get sick. So I don't. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh my God, I can't believe she's gonna die. It's too bad we don't have universal health care to help her.
It's a damn shame, dude. I need therapy
Right?
so bad.
And we don't we're like, sorry, we don't have any mental health problems in the US either.
We don't.
We don't.
Because we have so much freedom.
We have freedom, and people just choose not to use it.
And people choose to be sad. And they
choose to be sad and
choose their mindset.
mentally ill and addicted. They choose all of it.
They do. And guys, stop.
Can you stop being addicted to things?
Every morning you wake up and you can say, do I want to be an alcoholic today?
And you say no.
No.
And then you, oh God, I just hit our cart full of alcohol. Isn't that ironic? Isn't life amazing when you think about it?
Yeah, it really is if you think about it. If you think long enough about it. You're like, damn, life's amazing.
I don't want to think about it anymore, so let's move on to the next
No,
topic.
it's good. I'm happy to be here.
No, I'm happy to be here too. I just don't want to think about
But I
systems
don't.
in the
No.
US.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah. Well, because, I'm pretty content in my life right now. Just, going to my little job, coming home, doing my little chores. I'm content. But if I think about the grand scheme of things for a little too long, I'm like,
no,
thanks.
it's not. It's not,
thanks.
there's not a lot you can do.
Right, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
You go to your little job, you make your little dinner, you drink your little shot of vodka.
Yeah, every night. Just to numb yourself
Just
a
to
little
numb
bit.
just a little bit.
Just
Take your fucking stimmies in the morning.
right.
Take your benzos in the evening. Go to
evening.
bed.
It's perfect.
It's the perfect system. You're so productive and you go to sleep before you have to think.
You sleep well. Yes. Exactly. Honestly, that's why I have not journal. I know I should be journaling because I like journaling and it's good for your mental health. But I am too afraid to sit with those thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that yet.
It's interesting because I journal the most when I'm in a bad place.
Yeah.
And so I'll have like last summer, not this summer, last summer, just pages and pages every month.
Exactly.
And then this summer there'll be 2 pages per month where I'm just here's the update.
What's going on? Things are pretty good.
Because I do try to write down just shit that happens, which it's really boring in the moment. But then a year from now I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
That thing happened.
That was nice.
Yeah.
No, you don't need details. You just need to be able to recall it.
Just enough of a memory where right,
I did that.
That day did happen. Because it all just kind of happened, and then suddenly it's a year. And
and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I truly haven't sat with thoughts in a long time.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
What do you journal about?
I think that's part of the problem too. I think that usually I just journal about how I'm feeling, and honestly, it's the same thing that you're saying. Where when I'm feeling pretty good, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to talk about it too much. I mean, I did make a intentional thing the other day where I was I pulled up a Google Doc and I was I just got to write down that I feel good about life, because
that's important.
It's so easy to get, just like you're saying, you get caught up when you feel bad and everything is just bad. And then it's no, you got to write down when you feel good, because sincerely, you're going to look back at some point and you're going to be that's really true. That was nice that I felt happy.
It is. Yeah.
Which is shocking. It's shocking to feel good every day.
Whew.
It honestly unimaginable 3 years ago.
No, it so
Isn't
is.
that weird?
Yeah, and I mean I'm in a weird place.
Yeah.
But so much better than every place I've been in before.
Right.
So it's
Right.
you can only go up.
You go up,
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
down, and then
And
up,
then
up. It's like the stock market.
It so is.
Literally is.
Invest now. Invest in
You guys
yourself.
should be buying houses right now. Actually, buying up the market.
Buy a house.
Buy a
Sponsored by home ownership.
That's just homeowners.
Just in general. The idea.
We should get sponsored by a real estate company.
Would they give us a house? Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I would shill anything for a house.
Anything.
Literally. I would shill a home,
human trafficking.
Human trafficking if they gave me a nice
Our schlamp.
Our schlamp.
Our Shrek lamp. Our producer Brendan accidentally knocked over the
Our
Shrek lamp.
producer Brendan is a mess.
Oh, he's checking our stats.
He's
though.
checking it.
Thank
Okay,
God.
It's
Thank
good.
God.
Looks like it's good.
He gave it a little wave.
He
so I
did.
think
He
it's all
gave it a
good.
wave. And I don't know if that's good or bad. He really is bad at communicating.
We forgot to set up a communication system.
Yeah,
between all of us.
We need to learn some sign language.
Okay. Yes. But anyways.
What were we talking about? Yeah, I'd chill human trafficking for a 3-bedroom.
For a free bedroom?
A
Not even
three,
a house?
no,
Oh,
two
three bedrooms.
3 bedroom,
Sorry,
2
my bad.
bath.
Oh,
Ooh.
God, yeah.
Doesn't even, I'll settle for 2 bedroom.
2 bedrooms
1
works?
bath, that's fine.
That's fine.
Man.
I will say, now that I have just a steady job, not even a job that is like pays me that well, but a steady job, I think about that. I'm like, I should buy a house soon.
Yeah, do it.
I think we should. Okay, I heard this person on TikTok. Her name is Madeline something. Madeline Pendleton, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, I'll put her on the screen. There you go. I'll edit it later.
Susie's editing.
She talks about how she's like, homeownership is actually, she's like, it's still ridiculously hard in this country.
Yes.
She's like, but it is more feasible than we often think, because like so many things in our country, it's like, if you don't have the knowledge to do it, it seems impossible. But like if you grow up with any type of financial like stability, you kind of happen to know it. But like basically getting a loan for a house, like you don't actually need that much money to get the loan.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of times like you need the down payment, but then like a lot of times mortgage is cheaper than rent.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, which
exactly.
is insane.
It's ludicrous, but it's like, yeah, so that is kind of like the move, if you can swing it, is getting a house. And she and her friend went in on a duplex. So they split the cost, and they live in LA too. So like,
what?
Yeah, it's insane. Whoa. So yeah, they split the cost of this duplex, and it's like, and they happen to have one where it's like literally 2 separate small houses on the same property. And then she and her boyfriend live in one, and then her friend lives in the other. And then it's like really financially feasible. And I was like, okay, Bean and I.
Okay, duplex time?
Duplex time?
I know that Seattle has like no multifamily housing.
Yeah.
Because that's always the thing.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to buy, you should buy multifamily housing so that you can like rent out part of it or something.
Yeah.
There's fucking nothing here.
They were like
actually, LA probably has more.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would have to be really on it, but that's my dream. That's my plan. That's my plan actually.
Okay.
Putting it out into the universe now. Are you selling a duplex?
Are you selling a duplex? Email strumpetradio@gmail.com.
My credit score is actually not bad, so
I don't have credit.
That's okay. I hold it for the both of us.
I need to get credit.
How do I find credit?
I might. I have a student loan. I might have credit.
Oh yeah, actually, I think you might.
Shit. Okay. Anyway, it's fine, guys. I'm on an upward trajectory.
She is.
Money wise.
Go up. Yeah, literally.
It's so wild. I feel like I've been very privileged with the work that I've been able to do over the last few years, because I can like freelance. But I have always, the thing with freelancing is because I kind of get to pick how much work I do, I have always worked just enough.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm never motivated to be like, let's get to 40 hours.
Let's
get. I'm like, okay, I covered rent. I covered a couple DoorDash sessions. We're good. I'm in.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to the next step in my career where I have a salary.
How you have like a lot of money coming in.
Just a lot of money. Just a shit ton of money.
Shit ton of money. That's how it feels though. Like once you get to that like 40-hour mark, you're like, what?
What?
Because that's how I feel. Once I got moved, I got promoted.
Yeah, career woman.
Yes.
Whoa.
But it's not even that. I think I got a $2 raise per hour. So
hell yes.
Went from 21 to 23. That's right. Did the math. It's still not, it's like under 40K a year or something. I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't know. Anyways, but I do 40 hours a week. So yeah, now my paychecks, I'm like,
oh, whoa.
What? It's amazing, and
money feels really good,
guys. I think being rich is the answer.
I think that I'm ready to get rich quick.
I am too.
Yeah,
so
I've decided. Let's do it.
Let's do it
with my lucrative business.
Honestly,
plan.
yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Thank you.
But yeah, so we're gonna buy a house. Bean's gonna get amazing credit really soon.
I'm gonna have really good credit. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Whoa. What is she gonna say? We will never know.
Yeah. So let us know if you're selling a duplex.
Yeah, if you're selling like a duplex for like a reasonable amount of money.
Yeah, you know, couple thowie.
Like $5,000. I think we could do that.
I could swing like $550.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Cool.
Okay, so we got that out of the way.
We're done. Setting goals.
Setting goal
Okay,
setting.
Do you set goals?
I have not recently done that.
I've like never done that. I mean,
Okay.
not really.
Yeah.
Like I have goals, but I don't like do the thing where I'm like, here's my goal. Here's what I do. Here's my deadline. Here's my measurements.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing is I think that I have kind of done that for some things, and then it's just that bad situation where once you mess up a little bit, it's like,
You feel bad.
I fucked it up. And I'm trying to figure out how you do that, how you set goals with steps without hating yourself if you don't do them or you decide to change your plan.
Yeah,
know?
that's tough. I know. I've often heard the idea that like goals should be like targets, not like ways to measure yourself.
Oh my
It's
god.
like this is the target. And you should there's this, in the entrepreneur world, they're like, if you know how to achieve your goals, you need to set bigger goals, right?
Oh, interesting.
Like you need goals that are out of this world, because then if you get close, you still did more than you thought you could do.
They say shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon.
Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Who said that?
I think I said that.
Oh my god, I think I
Sure.
saw you post that on Tumblr one time.
Yeah, I was on Tumblr and
it
it took
stuck
off
with
on
me.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, That was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think honestly everybody's just a little bit different in like how we internalize those things. And so it's like finding the system of being like, oh, this is what I want for myself. I'm going to achieve it this way. Because I will say that like something that was a goal of mine was finding a job that I consistently enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't make my body physically ill doing by getting up too early.
Yeah.
And I did manage to do that. And so
That's
I
great.
guess I just like peaked.
I guess you're peaking right now.
That's what I said in the last episode, actually, which is
my
ironic.
goodness.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, you haven't.
The only goal I had was to have the only smart goal. I wanted to have an hour of material by the time I turned 25, and I turned 25 in like 3 months, and I have maybe 30 minutes.
Hey, that's halfway there.
Oh, oops,
Oopsies.
oopsies.
I think you'll get there though, because
In 3 months,
we started the podcast back up, and like
we did.
that, I feel like is a good catalyst for your comedy material.
I hope so, because I've barely done it.
I'm manifesting that it is, so don't worry.
Every time
I've got
I
it covered.
listen to the podcast, I'm like, oh, I'm not doing comedy. And I guess that's just how I've been the last year.
Yeah,
Just like, I'm not doing comedy enough.
that's how you are in general.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it enough.
I'm not doing enough. Oh.
Just groaning. Oh,
That's my brain, though.
that's okay.
Because I
Yeah.
notice these patterns, and
Yeah.
I'm helpless to stop them.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
It is the worst. It's like watching a train come at you, and you're
Just-
like, I can't move.
I like it here.
Like running in a dream. Did you ever try to do that?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh, I hate that.
Horrible.
I have dreams where, it's like running through water. Or like I have dreams where I'm trying to punch somebody.
Oh yeah, and you're like, is it me? You're trying to punch me?
Yeah, it's always you. Or like someone who looks a lot like you.
You're really similar.
Just really similar. Oh.
That's really funny. And traumatic. But yeah. I mean, that is it is rough when you can recognize
What?
yourself. No.
What?
You were laughing, so I stopped.
I was laughing at you saying that was traumatic. Sometimes I black out and your jokes take a minute to hit.
Story of my life.
Sorry. That was funny.
What was I saying? God, what was I saying? That was embarrassing. Oh my God.
My patterns.
Oh,
of
yeah. When you can
helplessness.
recognize negative patterns and you're not even negative, but just like patterns that disrupt how you want things to go.
Yeah.
You recognize them in yourself and then you can't really change them.
You're just like, what?
awful.
Mm.
Awful.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. That's probably the theme of my 20s so far.
Yeah.
Is that like knowing what's wrong with you doesn't change what's wrong with you.
It's your BoJack Horseman era.
I'm like, I know why this happens. I'm like, I'm reading self-help. I'm listening to podcasts. I have a psychiatrist that I see every 3 months. I'm like, okay, I see what this is. Still gonna do it though.
Still gonna do it.
Still just, I don't know how else to be.
Yeah. I think that's part of living.
Yeah.
You know,
It's pretty cool.
part of healing too is like getting through it.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
you're on your way. You'll get there in your 30s.
Yeah, I think probably my 40s are gonna be my golden era.
That's
what I
kind of my
feel.
plan too.
Yeah,
Have you seen 40-year-old women?
they're living their
They-
best lives.
They really
40-year-old women without kids are
Oh.
like actually just
Literally.
running this earth.
They are.
So
So
that'll be me.
catch us in 15 years.
Catch me in 15 years, no uterus.
No uterus.
Just a hole where my womb
Just a
once was.
Gaping hole.
That'd be sick.
That'd be pretty cool.
I wish you could have like a hole 3 that people could see through. Like,
Do you want that?
Yeah, that'd be so cool. Do you think that's possible
Maybe.
to survive? Maybe in like an arm or like your hand.
Yeah, I feel like people have had that, right?
I'm Jesus.
Are you?
Yeah, if you had like a hole in your hand,
Yeah.
you look at people through it.
I see.
That'd be cool.
That's
What's your ideal scar? What's your ideal wound?
Queen, I don't think I have one. I think
that's good.
I'm kind of good. I
Right.
prefer not to get injured, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So I always think about how people who like lose their legs or something or like lose an arm, they weren't planning that.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
So that could be. I could get my leg chopped off,
You could.
and that changes your whole life.
Yeah, it does. Oh,
Anyway.
that's scary. I mean, it's scary mostly because our world hates disabled people.
Yeah, it does.
And it's like, oh man, because it's like
Ah.
it's sad, or like, you know, it's tough to learn to like accommodate your life to a new change like that. But the big thing is just how much the world doesn't support you in that.
Right.
And you're like,
Yeah.
can I please get into my home? And they're like, sorry, no, only
No
stairs.
stairs?
Like, only stairs. And you're like, okay,
Okay.
cool, thanks.
I'm gonna get
So-
robot legs. It's better,
Whoa,
stronger.
stronger legs.
than ever. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
That's
plan.
my plan. So. Yeah, and then it's like if you want a prosthetic, they're like that'll be $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You're like, okay. Good thing we have universal healthcare.
Yeah, good thing that we have that universal healthcare lottery system working for us right now.
The lottery system is you put your name in and you either get the like, you know, $50,000 life-saving surgery or you die.
Or you die. That's
it.
it.
That's the lottery.
That's really fun.
yeah.
It's pretty motivating.
That's a dystopian novel right there for you. So
Let's write a dystopian novel.
Oh, we collab on it.
Yeah, we collab.
I think that's
We each write one chapter at a time, and we don't read the other person's chapter, and then we
That's
see what happens.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Yeah, we agree on the characters
Yes. Okay.
and the setting.
Okay, that's really fun actually.
Okay.
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 Look out for that in the coming.
Look out for a
months.
dystopian novel. Obamacare lottery.
It's Obama.
Coming.
Obama's back in office.
Obama's back. He took office by force.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of cool.
It's
yeah.
kind of badass.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. What else? I have a story that I meant to tell you like last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I happened earlier this week. I have no concept of time anymore.
Yeah.
I think it was this week though. So I had this really bad day because how do I give the backstory without just rambling? Okay, so I had this bag of trash in my car because at one
Nice.
point Brendan and I had like gotten drinks and I needed the cup holders, and I always have trash in my cup holders. So I said, okay, thankfully I have this like bag in my car. It's like a paper bag, double paper bagged. So I put all the trash in there, and you know, I was like, okay, well, I'll use this to clean out my car later. A lie, I tell myself.
Of course.
So then every time I go to take Alfie and put him in my car, if I had the bag of trash on the ground, he would put his big fat head in it because he loves
he
garbage.
loves garbage.
He loves garbage. He's
He loves it so
crazy about
much.
garbage.
Yeah.
So I had this routine in the morning where when I would take Alfie down, I set the bag of trash on top of my car. And I would think to myself, for the love of God, do not forget to move this,
Yeah.
right? It's full of trash and it's on top of your car. And the thing is, I managed to go a week moving it. Every morning I had that routine. I moved it. And then I think like last Tuesday was the day. Last Tuesday was the day that I forgot to move it off the hood of my car. So I'm driving, you know, to get to our main street. I'm driving out of our complex. And I can take a left or a right. Usually I take a left turn because it's quicker to get to the freeway that way. But sometimes it gets too backed up. So today, and like I would say 90% of the time, I take a left turn. But this day that I forgot to take the trash off the hood or off the top of my car, I took a right turn and I am driving and then go, psh, and I'm like, that is so weird. What was that? And then I'm like,
You're trash.
so I pulled over and put my hazards on and I just like sat there panicking for a moment because I'm like, oh my God, because there's just a bag of trash in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And it's like a busy street. And I was like, what do I do?
Do you risk your life
Do I risk my life?
to avoid littering?
And no one was coming. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go grab it. Nope. A car comes zooming by. They run directly over the bag of trash and they drag it down the street. And I am standing outside my car staring at them.
Bro, that's when it's out of your hands.
Isn't it? Okay, so
you wash your hands.
This is so funny. So they drag it down the street. Somehow it falls like off the
How big
grill
of
the
a
car.
how big of a trash bag is this?
It was literally just like a Safeway
Oh,
paper
okay.
bag. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it actually falls off their car, like it's unstuck at the crosswalk.
Wow.
So I hit the cross button. I go grab the bag. At this point, it's empty. There's no trash in it. It's just a paper bag. I take that paper bag. I throw it in the back of my car, and I'm like, all right, that's all I can do at this point.
You did your best. You really did.
I did. It was just, I think seeing that car drag my bag of trash down the street was like, I was like,
You're a better person than me because I think I would have been like,
I mean,
I would have heard it and been like, that was my trash.
That was my, like, I was like, do I keep going? And I don't know. I think I just felt like, I was like, if I ran over a bag of trash, I would be kind of annoyed. So I was like, maybe I'll try to get it.
Yeah.
But then to make this worse, so I grabbed the empty paper bag, put it in my car. I get on the road. I get to the freeway. I get on the freeway. It is a dead stop. For some reason, this happened to be the day where it takes me an hour and 15 minutes to get to work. And I was like super late. And I was like, and my adrenaline.
It's a bad day.
Yeah, my adrenaline was pumping. Oh my God.
Incident.
It was crazy. What a crazy day.
I'm so sorry.
That was just funny. It was just funny, you know.
I always that happens to a lot of people though, because you know, like you'll put your drink on top of the car.
Iconic.
Before you
Yeah.
get in. Yeah. Sometimes that's just.
It's
and
just
that's
how it
worse
goes.
because then you don't that $6 coffee
Drink
just fell into the road.
No, that's such a good perspective on it. At least it's just my garbage.
Yeah, just garbage. I mean, you know, I don't like how much garbage we have around here.
It's not great.
But you know, it's not just you.
It's not. Yeah, I'm not the only one that did it. I think that we're all entitled to a certain accidental littering per year. You know.
Oh
like,
yeah,
oops.
for sure. Oopsie, I
Oopsies.
littered. I always try. Like I dropped my receipt yesterday.
Yes.
I walked to the store at like 10:30 p.m. Which I was talking to people about how like I've gotten too jaded living in the city because there's so many opportunities to just nab me.
Just to kill you.
But I'm like, I want ice cream.
Yeah, I
So
want it so bad.
and that thing happened where I was at the crosswalk and I accidentally dropped my receipt.
Oh yeah.
And I like bent down to pick it up and then it like blew into the road and I was like, well,
okay,
that's
bye.
okay. That's me.
That's it. Like
I did my best.
you did your best. You tried to pick it up and it was gone.
It's so funny though because our cities here are really dirty.
They are.
And I was talking to someone, and I really want to go to Egypt. That's like a big travel destination.
Okay.
And I was talking to someone who had been to Egypt. And I was like, well, I really want to go. How was it? And they're like, it was really dirty. Which, you know, just that is not something that is cool to say. I don't know. There's something about a white person going.
Okay, I was about to say, I think it does depend. Like, if there was somebody that had, like, family in Egypt, that's one thing.
No. It's like
if it's, like, a white person.
Just a white person, you know, upper middle class white person.
Yeah,
who, like,
okay,
went
never mind.
to
Don't say
Cairo
that.
and they're like,
Don't
it's
say that.
dirty. I'm like, have you been to Seattle?
Yeah, have you looked around? Have you looked at the floor right now?
Do you see what we're standing in right now?
We are in a landfill.
I don't know. That interaction really sat with me. I'm like, that was weird. That was a weird
super
interaction.
Weird. Honestly, sometimes I'm afraid to talk to people about international travel because sometimes I see the most unhinged things.
People really do. They're like, they're always there. They say like they.
Oh
like
God,
they do this, and I'm like, what?
And you're like,
did you talk to people?
Do you? Yeah.
Like I know you can't be naive when you're traveling. You got to be careful. People do take advantage of tourists,
right.
But there's a lot of tone that is just off-putting.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of the issue though. Is like the people that have the money to travel.
Yeah.
Tend to be people that also, for some reason, don't want to educate themselves.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. They go to this like impoverished country that, and I don't know if Egypt isn't, but just in general, they go to like a country that is not as financially stable as the U.S., often because of foreign intervention, often because of the U.S. And then, they like are so entitled to this like a certain kind of experience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What did you expect?
Why did you?
They're like, I paid all this money to go here and it was dirty.
It was dirty.
I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it was dirty. You went there because the U.S. dollar goes way further. Like, what? Get your $1 falafel and be happy.
God. Just fucking
be grateful.
Be grateful. Yeah, so real.
I don't know. Anyway, not that I've traveled internationally a lot. It's
but
interesting.
I mean, that's like part of the problem. It's like I don't know, you're probably someone that would appreciate these things and not come back and be like, I went to Egypt, but it was dirty.
It was dirty. Ew.
Ew. There was dirt on the ground.
There was dirt. They didn't speak English.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah. Like.
That is something you consider when you go to a country where the language is not one you speak.
Yeah. I know, we're so pampered because so many people learn English to some level across the world.
That honestly is a hard part of like traveling for me too, is I think I feel really bad when I am reliant on other people knowing English, but I don't have, like, I haven't learned another language, so I'm like, I feel kind of weird about that.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
English,
please. Hablo inglés. Bro, I don't know. That's why I'm learning Arabic, so someday
you can go and
God
you are
willing,
fluent.
I'm going to be fluent.
Yeah.
And get there and be like, Assalamu alaikum.
Whoa.
Anna min America.
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. That's what Duolingo will get you.
That's that. It's great. Oh, I was just saying about white people going to Mexico.
Oh,
every time,
yeah.
Every time. It's always that. They either go to a resort or they do a cruise.
Yeah.
Or they actually do take time to see other parts of the country that aren't a resort, and they're like,
you have to get in with a local in some way. Like, you either need a friend there or like to stay with a local family or something like that. And that's what I've heard. That's how you get like a real experience. But a lot of people just want a resort, and that's whatever. Resorts have always kind of made me sad. I remember I went to I'm very grateful I got to go because, my ex's family took me to Hawaii with them, and it was a really beautiful place and it was a really nice time. But I remember just like, because anytime I go somewhere, I'll like read up on the history a little bit just so I know something. And I was like, we kind of just colonized this as a vacation spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm grateful, I'm happy, but I'm probably not going to come back here.
I was going to say, Hawaii's one where I actually don't think I need to go.
No.
Like, seeing as much information as I do on social media from people native to Hawaii, they're like, stop coming here. And I'm like, you know what? I will.
And it's always, it's one of those places where the stratification, like the class stratification is so severe. Like, you're in a resort and then you walk one street and it's just like huts. That's and crazy. I'm like, this feels bad. I'm sorry that I'm here.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm here. Yeah. I'm sorry for that.
So, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of information on, like, the ethics of tourism that I have not read, so.
Yeah. What can we say?
But if you go to a place where you're trying to learn the language, I think that's really cool.
I think that if you're trying to learn a language, you're also probably going to learn more about the culture. And, if you're doing any international travel, just like doing research beforehand is a good idea. Research.
And also, language learning is such a humbling experience. So if you're going there and you're like, I'm trying to learn this, you're already coming from this perspective of like, I want to learn from the people I interact with. Like, I need their help. Yes. Instead of being like, why don't you speak English?
Why aren't you catering to me?
Why haven't you learned English yet? What's wrong with you? It's the lingua franca.
Excuse me?
I don't know. I don't think I said that right. It's like the idea of an international language.
Oh, interesting.
Lingua franca?
Okay.
I'm not a linguist, you guys.
I'm shocked to hear that.
I know.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Okay.
Whoa. You know?
Oh boy, do I know.
You been there?
I've been there
Yeah.
before.
Oh, I'm there right now. Let me tell you.
Okay.
What the hell? How long have we been?
I was gonna say, how long have we been recording for?
43 minutes and 43 seconds.
Hey, that's honestly
it's an
really
angelic
sexy.
number.
That is our angel numbers.
Our angel number. Dude, I had this funny. Okay, I really envy people who see like signs from the universe.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I actually enjoy being around them.
Okay.
'Cause, you know, within reason.
Within reason, yeah.
Because it's like kind of fun and like magical, and I'm just like, I can't
see that.
That was robbed from me. I don't know when, but I don't have that kind of
Right.
like I don't know. But I was hanging out with my friend who is kind of like that, and he's always like, this is a sign. Like,
Okay.
he looks for like coincidences and stuff.
Okay.
And we were trying to park in downtown Seattle, and we were looking for like 15 minutes. And then he saw like kind of a spot, and he's like, is that a parking spot? And I'm like, I think that's a no parking sign. And he's like, well, then I can maybe squeeze in. And he started parking, and then he hit the curb, and he's like, that's a sign that I shouldn't park here. And I was like, there's a sign that you shouldn't park here right there, dude.
It was a literal sign.
He's like, you need 2 signs.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Yeah, no, he's great, actually.
This is my
Like,
sign.
Truly, he's incredible. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, like I'm definitely not a science person. But I do love it when there's something that like reiterates a choice. Like something that is, I'm like, this is coincidental, but it's so funny
But it
that
feels
it happened
right.
right
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that it's like, yeah, that's accurate.
yes.
So, you know, I love that. I will say that, yeah, it's like people that think like that. It's always like when you hang out with them, you're like, this is either gonna go really weird at some point, or it's just gonna be their quirky thing. Like, you don't know if they're gonna try to convert you to Scientology or not.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
It's just like,
He's definitely not like that.
you say that now, but
But that's true. I haven't
And,
gotten
like,
any pamphlets from him.
yeah,
yet.
I'm gonna a month from now, you're like, I got these pamphlets
Got
and
these
I really
pamphlets, and they kind of make good points.
like them. Yeah.
The thing is, I remember thinking like that. Like, I remember having that mystical kind of
Right.
thinking, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so sick to feel like you were important.
Do you remember any like big moments of like, you know, when you thought like that felt good?
I don't think I ever had anything crazy.
Okay.
Like, it would just be little stuff that's like very mundane. I would just be like, oh, I couldn't find my keys
Right.
in time, and then something happened that drew my attention to
Right.
where they were, and like, that was God. And, like, I remember my mom one time, I have this memory, because I was like, I wasn't quite at my faith crisis yet,
Right.
but I think I was probably like 15, so I was at that point where I was starting to feel kind of weird about things. And we were like going to the store. My mom was super stressed out, and then she found a parking spot like right up front, and she was like, you guys need to say a prayer of thanks that we found this, because this is God looking out for us. And I was like, that doesn't seem like a good use of God's time. I don't know.
I don't know, Mom. I don't know if this is a top priority.
But it feels good to think that
Oh,
it is, you
yeah.
know? It feels good to
Yeah.
be like, yeah, someone's on my
Yes,
side.
Someone's looking out today.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really funny. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. It's like astrology or whatever. It's like,
yeah,
you know,
it's fun.
if you enjoy it and it feels to you like it makes sense, it helps you make sense of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna take that away from you. I'm not gonna.
No.
Oh God, I'm not gonna be one of those men that is like, that doesn't make any sense. It's actually so
fuck
stupid.
off.
And then they were like, also crypto's legitimate, and you're like,
Crypto's
shut
legit,
the
and
fuck.
I know they keep hacking people's accounts.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I'm a very skeptical person given my experiences, but my friend has done some tarot card readings on me.
Oh,
where
it's
I'm
fun.
Like, I'm like, I know this is because you know me really well, but like,
It's good.
damn,
No,
this
you know
feels
what?
Good.
Yeah, tarot cards are one
Yeah.
thing where I'm like, I will trust the cards.
I believe the cards.
I believe the cards. I believe them because and maybe this is trying to rationalize it too much, but like
Just let go.
when I did like like art therapy, that was like a similar thing. Is like you will like, you know, they'll be like, okay, so we're gonna like work on on some like intention cards or intention paintings or whatever, and like you do like 3 paintings and then you try to make meaning of them, and it's like,
that's fun.
that's kind of what tarot card readings are. Is like you get these cards and they mean some things, and then you apply that meaning to your own life.
Yeah, it really is just a tool for reflection.
Literally, that's what it is. Yeah, which is awesome.
Same with any like astrology thing.
Yeah.
Or even like signs, like if you believe in signs and coincidences. I think what I really appreciate about my friend who does look for like signs and coincidences is that he it like sort of facilitates gratitude really well
true.
in his
that's
life.
really
like
true.
he's always like looking for positive things, like looking for things to be grateful for and happy about.
That's a good.
And I'm like, that's
point.
cool.
Yeah.
And like I'm not a better person for being like, that's not real.
No,
like I'm just,
you're not.
it's not.
Yeah,
I want to emulate that in my life somehow.
That is so true. Yeah. I think I think you're right. That's the right perspective to come at it from too, because I think we're like religious people take it wrong. Is like that they start being like cruel to people in the name of it, and like, you know, I'm like, well, this is a sign that Satan's inside you, you know, and it's like,
no,
but like
he's not
in me right now.
He's not inside me right now.
But like thinking of it as like, oh my God, this is so nice. This happened today. Like, you know,
and that's cool.
The world is looking out for me today, and that's a good way to think of things if that helps you be grateful.
I like it. I like being around it. I think hanging out with people who believe differently than you. And okay, when I say like hanging out with people who believe differently than you, I mean hanging out with like my friend who uses mystical thinking, not like hanging out with racists.
Yeah, that's important.
But hanging out with people who are different from you is a really important
different patterns of thinking.
For like being reflective and well-rounded.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's so many people that like for the most part are good people, but then they are unfortunately just around people that have similar, I don't know, like, similar ways of like seeing the world like uber rationally. And it's like at some point that's not even helpful because the world isn't like, you can't break it down like that.
That shit. I always say the only people more annoying than Mormons are ex-Mormons.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that, but like the idea is just like I spend so much time on the internet, and the internet was such a huge part of my faith crisis.
Right.
That it served its purpose while I was in those like cringy atheist subreddits and whatever. But now I see them and I'm like, bro, you
need to
a grown. Like I saw this post. Oh my god.
She's having a faith crisis right now.
I'm having a faith crisis. I think I need to be faithful again.
Yeah.
So I'm not
go back to
like
the church.
I remember just after one of our many shootings, someone made this post.
Boy.
It was like, those kids didn't go to heaven. Stop saying that. We need gun reform. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what the hell? Go outside. Talk
grass.
to anyone who has experienced loss.
Oh my god.
Like, what the who?
Seriously.
It like filled me with so much rage.
Oh yeah.
More rage than a religious post has ever filled me with.
Yeah.
Because there's just such a lack of empathy for like what religion and spirituality does.
Yes. No, I think that's a big part of it is lacking empathy. Like you go so deep into like the world is rational and we can boil it down to these things, and it's like at that point you start to lose empathy because you start to believe that like, you know, it's just these things that exist.
It just becomes another ideology.
Literally
used to like dehumanize people. It's cool.
It's
fun.
Awesome. Actually,
I love the internet.
I do
love the internet in all its chaos.
Yeah I love it for Cocomelon videos.
I'm glad you have something.
That's what I do after work. I watch 6 hours of Cocomelon.
That explains a lot.
Oh,
I'm always hearing the
it?
music. Yeah. Damn. What's that do for you?
Just like takes me to another world.
Turns the brain off.
Completely off.
There's something really nice about that. Like sometimes I'm like, I need no brain function.
No brain.
I need zero.
Yeah.
And if I can get there without drugs through Cocomelon, that's what it takes.
baby drugs.
Baby drugs. Drugs for babies.
I think that's what it does. It's like you're like addicted to it or something.
That's cool.
Cocomelon, yeah.
You're a cocoa head.
I'm a major cokehead.
Major coke. Go ahead. Major melon head.
God bless us.
God bless
all.
America.
God bless America. First of all,
Thank
God.
God bless the
God
troops.
God bless the troops.
Never forget. We didn't
Never
even talk
forget.
about 9/11.
Well, yeah, the last episode we inadvertently talked about 9/11.
Oh,
like,
perfect.
Months before 9/11
and that'll come
happened.
out like.
Yeah, it'll come out
soon.
after 9/11. I hope
Perfect.
everyone had a good 9/11.
I hope you guys did too. I also hope that for you. It's not just Susie. I hope you had a good 9/11. Do you have anything you want to wrap up with before we wrap up? That's the sentence I chose.
Wrap it up before we wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it before we tap it.
Wrap it before we tap it. Iconic. I had this. I can't decide if this is too mean to talk about. So you tell me right now. I had screenshotted this Facebook post because I joined this group a little while back of just like, it's like a meet up in your, or like make new friends in your city, because sometimes I think I'm like, maybe I should meet more people, because that's like supposed to be good for you. But then every time I consider it, I'm like, never mind, I don't want to do that anymore. Anyways, a big part of the group is that you just like post an introduction and then people usually respond to it, and they'll be like, you know,
oh, that's cute.
Hey, yeah, it's really nice, honestly. People are like, hey, I'm 25, just moved here. Like, there's all the interests I want. You know, do you guys want to meet up and do this?
Mm-hmm.
There was somebody that made this crazy post that was just like, I try to be positive, but I posted an introduction and nobody commented on it. And it was, you know, maybe I'll read it.
Yeah, read it. I love that shit.
I do too. And I felt like such a bitch, but I'm like, you need to get over yourself.
Those are the posts that make me conservative, where I'm like, you are choosing to be miserable.
You are choosing to be miserable. And I think people are choosing not to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll read this dramatically.
Okay.
I once introduced myself and no one seemed to care / have interest, so I deleted it. I might leave this group. I know I should be myself, but that didn't seem to work. But also, I don't want to fake my personality to have friends by being overly, in quotes, friendly. Does anyone else feel like they're having a hard time finding friends here? I feel very alone every time I come to this page. I feel like I'm not put together enough for anyone here. I know. I want to have friends that want to cry together. Shut up. Take calm walks. Take in fresh air by the lake without talking. Me too. FaceTime. I should be their friend. FaceTime each other to pick outfits. Have home dinners. Have movie nights. Wear pajamas while we talk about nothing and everything at the same time. Is this a joke? I'm reading this. It feels like a joke.
It's satire.
I don't want a friend that I see once a year. I want someone who spontaneously wants to go for a walk to clear their mind. Okay. Someone who says, meet me at the park bench with sandwiches and 20 because you need support and or company.
A poem?
I want someone who won't see me as a burden, a group that will support each other and communicate directly instead of talking behind each other's backs. Who is doing that?
Who's doing that to you?
I want a sisterhood. It feels like it's too much to ask for. Is it? And they posted this anonymously because that's an option in the group. And yeah, I read that and I was like, I actually, like, I can have sympathy for somebody that makes a post and doesn't get comments. I can't have sympathy for this post.
The number of, like, red flags in that.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm pretty sensitive to people like that because of certain things. And I just like, nope. Yes, I'm sorry, but you are going to suck my energy dry.
Literally.
And give me nothing back.
Because I know that they're the type of person where they're like, I want to take a walk where we don't have to talk.
And
they're going to talk at you.
They dump.
Literally, they just dump at you, and you're like,
you don't get to dump back. Cause I'm all for dumping.
I love dumping.
I'm a dumper.
But dumping like crazy.
You need balance.
You need a balance. You need to understand boundaries, which clearly they don't.
No.
I will say that I also screenshotted the top comment because a queen came in and was like, in my experience, posting an intro and expecting everyone to flock to you is unrealistic. No one is going to come save you from your situation but yourself. My advice is next time an event or meetup gets posted, just go and see what happens.
Go and talk and make small talk.
Make fucking small talk.
I know you need intense friendships, but those start with small talk. I'm sorry. You're not too good for small talk. Nobody is.
Yep. No, and like this person was like honestly pretty nice because she was like, you know, just go to the events. She's like, I met someone that way. As much as everyone on here wants friends, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. Good luck.
That's how friendships work.
Yeah. I saw that, and it was so funny to me because I was just like, yeah, no.
No, I have sympathy for that person because I know they're not trying.
It's hard.
Like, to be that way. Like, they feel that.
Yes.
But they have to work through some stuff.
And also, I have felt that way before.
Yeah.
I have never been compelled to go on social media and say that.
Be like, woe is me.
Woe is me. I read it in my little diary.
Go outside, dude. Go out.
Go outside.
Smile. Okay. That's a really stupid anecdote, but I'm going to do it.
I say it.
I always think this reminds me of this. There's like this story that's like, it was a big like Tumblr post for the sad Tumblrinas. It was like, there was a message from someone who said that they were going to go jump off the bridge unless somebody smiled at them. And they never came back. And I was like, how many people did that person smile at?
Great question.
If you're walking down the street and you smile at everyone, you're going to get a smile and then you don't have to jump off the bridge.
There you go.
But they were just in their head like, everybody hates me. So they're walking down the street like just looking pissed and sad, and you're not going to make eye contact with that person.
No way.
Okay, that's a weird thing, but I think about it, where it's just like these people who expect so much from other people and don't like offer anything.
It is so funny. Yeah, and it's like, it's totally, I mean, it's an experience of being lonely where like you want this type of thing.
Because I've been there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it eats you up.
I think a lot of us have, and I think that like it's okay to be kind of vulnerable with people, but like it is. I also, it's funny to me that they were like, I made a post and then I deleted it, because I'm also like, you know that like oftentimes people don't post on things right away. Like
I wonder how long they left it up.
I kind of
like
suspect they
30
did it for
minutes.
like an hour, and they're like, oh my god, you know,
this is so embarrassing.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god, no, you just need to find like one or two people that you really vibe with, and then you're set, and that takes time. It's just, it was so crazy, because again, like I mean I've been there. I mean, like I feel like when I was in California, that's like I was getting to that point of like not having friends and feeling very lonely. But it's like, never am I like coming at the situation with this like weird like almost like entitled desperation of like people,
it's aggressive.
People need to be able to do these things, and it's like, okay, no, we're adults, we don't have time.
We're not even kids, because I think about like when I was really lonely in like middle school, early high school, and I think a big reason it was hard for me to make friends was because the headspace I was in was so shitty.
Oh yeah.
And like, you know, I was a kid, so whatever, but that's how it is. Like, if you are putting off bad vibes, okay, people
then
pick
I don't
up
want to
on
vibe
it.
with you.
People pick up on it.
No, they do. And like, it really is like, if you're coming to this point where you're angry at everyone for not being your friend, that is time to do internal work.
It's literally like the inceldom of friendship.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was an incel friendship.
Nobody wants to be my friend. They're all stupid
Nobody
bitches.
wants to be my friend. I'm checking how much time we have.
Oh yeah, I mean we can wrap.
No, I think
we're at an hour.
We're okay for now, but we should probably wrap up soon. But
listen to that.
It's so funny, because because at the same time, like,
sorry, I got a foot cramp. Okay.
How dare you?
What were you gonna say?
First of all, how dare you? Oh no, just with the friendship thing too. Like I have just like been in this place where I am like, I'm like, I should meet more people. And then I'm like, actually, I do not feel like it. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then I'm like, maybe nothing's wrong with me right now. Maybe that's just the era I'm in.
Fuck. That hit home. Yeah.
Sorry, I hit you so hard.
Shit, maybe nothing's wrong with me. Never thought about it that way. Fuck, maybe I'm just doing my best. Oh no.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh my god.
Wait,
no, I really like that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's hard, like, if you feel that you're like missing something and you're trying to figure out what that is, and like,
there's more that you want to do.
Yeah, like that's tough. But there's definitely like this element of like, if I'm not feeling like if there's not a pressing need where I'm like, I really need this in my life right now, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to force it.
Radical take, dude.
Radical take.
Yeah, maybe you're doing a good job. Shit.
We're doing our best, Bean.
Yeah, because that's my thing. There's just always so much I want to do.
Yeah.
And I just realistically can't do all of it.
Right.
But I'm still always hard on myself when I'm not doing the things I want to do.
Right.
So.
And it's like, you can only do so much.
I know.
You're like doing pretty good too. You're like surviving.
Thank you. I am surviving.
Which is hard here.
It's really hard, but I'm feel very lucky.
Right. Grateful.
Gratitude.
Gratitude to the universe.
Thank you, universe. I don't know. I need like a good prayer
Oh my god.
motion.
Just a mantra.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have mantras?
No.
I don't either. Maybe I need one. I feel like my mantras are always like really I'd have a hard time not making them just like funny.
Well, that's fine too, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
A funny little mantra.
Just be like I don't know. Can't think of anything.
Okay.
Brain empty. Head empty. I'll come back to the next episode with 12 mantras. You guys
Wait,
can
let's think
vote.
of mantras for the next episode.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Mantra
okay.
episode?
We'll write mantras. Mantras.
Okay, I love that. All right. Well, that seems like a good way to end.
I think so. I think it's a good time to end.
End it all?
End it all? I think it's a good time to sail off into the Bermuda Triangle.
Bean on her Bermuda boat trip.
My Bermuda boat trip.
Bean's Bermuda boat.
I'm gonna go find myself in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle.
Eaten by crabs.
The middle of the triangle is just an island full of crabs.
Whoa.
And people keep crashing into it and getting eaten.
Eaten up. Eaten up.
No one has lived to tell the tale.
But you will.
But I might.
You might.
I'm gonna bring some crab. How would you fight off a horde of crabs?
I don't know, because my instinct is to stomp them.
Yeah. Okay. Some like spiked boots. You need armor.
Armor. Yeah.
You need armor because if they can't get you, you can take out some crabs.
I think you could.
It's just the numbers.
The sheer numbers
Yeah.
of crabs and their little pinchers.
They're little pinchers. Maybe you need to pinch them back.
Pinch back a
some
little bit. I mean,
pinchers.
probably that and like like a big mallet.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, they're trying to eat you.
I know they're trying to eat you, but I love crabs.
Yeah, I mean, they're cute.
They're really cute. They go sideways.
They do go sideways.
What's up with that?
Why are they doing that?
What are
You guys could just go forward.
You just walk forward. You're crazy. I love those pictures of crabs that like get a knife.
I was about to say the knife crab.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I love armed animals.
Yes. Oh
Love
my
it.
god, those videos where like a dog just like picks up a knife
And it's
just,
like,
everyone's like,
oh no. Oh, that's gonna be Alfie someday.
I honestly,
He's
if you leave a
plotting.
knife on the ground, I think he picked up scissors one time, and Brendan and I were like, Alfie,
Alfie, no. You're gonna cut something. All right,
All right.
sick.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us, you guys.
See you next week.
See you next week, or 2 weeks or something. I don't know.